Man's perceptions are not bounded by organs of perception. He perceives more than sense can discover. However much you seem to be living in a material world, you're actually living in a world of imagination.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Isha Rajput, and for those who are new, I talk about law of assumption and manifestation. If you are interested in this, I would love to have you here. And feel free to check out my Manifest Money Like Magic workbook. As you all know, our mindset regarding money is eventually that what we have absorbed in first 7 years of our life, that is when we are in our theta state. What we absorb, then it becomes our belief, which later becomes our blockages in path of money. And we ourselves push us into the middle income group or poverty. Good thing is that it can be changed. I have compiled a workbook with the questions that you need to ask yourself in order to change your mindset regarding money. This workbook clears all the blockages and negative beliefs and your programming regarding money. You can combine this workbook with the wealth subliminal that I have mentioned in the description down below. After 21 days, you can see the result yourself and manifest money like magic.
The outer physical events of life are the fruit of forgotten blossom times, result of previous and usually forgotten state of consciousness. They are the ends running true to oft-times forgotten imaginative origins. Whenever you become completely absorbed in an emotional state, you are at that moment assuming the feeling of state fulfilled. If persisted in whatsoever you are intensely emotional about, you will experience in your world. These periods of absorption of concentrated attention are the beginnings of the things you harvest. It is in such moments that you are exercising your creative power, the only creative power there is. At the end of these periods or moments of absorption, you speed from these imagination states where you have not been physically to where you were physically on an instant ago. In these periods, the imagined state is so real that when you return to the objective world and find that it is not the same as the imaginative state, it is an actual shock. You have seen something in imagination with such vividness that you are now wondering whether the evidence of your senses can now be believed. You will hear yourself asking, was it a vision or a waking dream? This shock reverses your time sense. By this is meant that instead of your experience resulting from your past, it now becomes the result of being in imagination, where you have not yet been physically. In effect, this moves you across a bridge of incident to the physical realization of your imagined state. The man who at will can assume whatever state he pleases has found the keys to the kingdom of heavens. The keys are desire, imagination, and a steadily focused attention on the feeling of the wish fulfilled. To such a man, any undesirable objective fact is no longer a reality, and the ardent wish no longer a dream. There is a continuity between the so called real and unreal. To cross from one state to the other, you simply extend your feelers, trust your touch, and enter fully into the spirit of what you are doing. Not by my might or by power, but by my spirit. Assume the spirit, the feeling of the wish fulfilled, and you will have opened the windows to receive the blessing. To assume a state is to get into the spirit of it. Your triumphs will be a surprise only to those who did not know your hidden passage from the state of longing to the assumption of the wish fulfilled. Your imagination is able to do all that you ask in proportion to the degree of your attention. All progress, all fulfillment of desire depends upon the control and concentration of your attention. Attention may be either attracted from without or directed from within. Attention is attracted from without when you are consciously occupied with the external impressions of the immediate present. The very lines I'm speaking are attracting your attention from without. Your attention is directed from within when you deliberately choose what you will be preoccupied with mentally. It is obvious that in the objective world, your attention is not only attracted by, but is constantly directed to external impressions. But your control in the subjective state is almost non existent. For in this state, attention is usually the servant and not the master, the passenger and not the navigator of your world. You will no longer accept the dominance of outside conditions or circumstances. You will not accept life on the basis of the world without. Having achieved control of the moments of your attention and having discovered the mystery hid from the ages, you will assert the supremacy of imagination and pull all things in subjection to it.